Hey y'all, it's your girl Jem from Spiritual Gem Mystics, and I'm back. So I'm sorry if you hear a dog in the dog in the back barking. Jesus Lord, coming out of retrograde, obviously. I'm a, I wouldn't say heavily Mercury person, but I am a heavily Mercury person, heavy Mercury placement person, whatever. You get what I'm trying to say. This, first of all, let me talk about this. I did not do this on purpose. Today is 420, and I swear I did not do this on purpose. Pot girl shit. I don't even smoke as much, but that's another story for another day. So, I have some notes for y'all, and then I also got some notes on my phone. And I just want to give y'all an update on just some messages. Like, let's just get into some messages. I have some cool astrology observations, and then I also obviously we're gonna get into some tarot. So yeah, let's just jump in. Today is going to be a bit of a longer video. I know my videos are usually long anyways, so y'all are probably like, girl, your videos be long, but I promise. Oh my god, I got an emergency. Hold on real quick. Okay, I'm back. So oh, see, okay. Okay, so I got a few notes here, and we're just gonna get into it, and yeah. So let me pull up my notes on my phone too that I have here. Okay, cool. So for today, well, okay, first of all, I don't know if I explained already, because the gaps between when I stopped the camera and when I started filming again is like a pretty wide gap. So I'm going to be diving into some cool astrology facts first, and then we're going to get into the tarot. Okay? Okay, cool. So today when I'm posting this video is 420. So today we will be having a moon in Capricorn for the first, well, really not even the first part of the day, but majority of the day, because the moon doesn't go into Aquarius until I think like 7:21 p.m. depending on where you're at. I'm on Eastern timing, so that's what it is for me. It'll probably be roughly the same if you're like more up north, because I'm down south, but then, obviously it's going to be different if you're on Pacific timing and all the other central timing and etc. But pretty much towards, I would say, midday to the ending of the day, today on 420, the moon will change from Capricorn to Aquarius, okay? So, for the moon in Capricorn, one of the placements that it says here will be a square in Chiron in Aries. So we have Chiron in Aries as a collective right now. And for that, let's see what I have here. Ooh, okay. So this is going to be talking about emotional restraints, or like the way how we try to control our emotions, having some type of like pushback or clash around wounds that have to do with individuality, or like anything that we firmly believe, whether it's a fact or it's just a belief. I'm sorry if the camera's shaking, it be doing that on my table. OMG. Okay, let me stop leaning on the table. So yeah, there may be some pushback with that you guys may notice. This now could happen like towards the earlier part of the day today on Sunday. So this could have been like when you first woke up until maybe in the day, like around 12, I want to say 12 p.m. And then today for that transit, it may also make you feel some type of tension around self-expression or vulnerability. And then another observation is You may feel triggered around healing through responsibilities. So there's that as well. Or even authority themes, like authority figured themes as well, or authority themes, one or the other. Or even at work too. I forgot to say that. At work too. Then the next transit I have here is the moon in Capricorn will make a sextile to Venus in Pluto, which brings about beautiful grounding energy, you know, and that could be grounding energy surrounding love, surrounding beauty, compassion, what have you. There could be some opportunities to heal or connect through acts of service or spiritually led acts of service or spiritually led love. Okay. So there is that as well. Big healing vibes for today. Productivity could also be a thing within feminine tasks and or even just like creative tasks, which creative tasks do have to do with feminine energy. And then around, okay, so Eastern time, you'll have to, I didn't write down the different time frames and I kind of wish I did, but my video is going to be posted a little bit late too, so there's also that. So by the time you really see this video, you may see it, some of you may see it on Sunday, some of y'all may see it on Monday or Tuesday, what have you. So honestly, yeah, I'm just giving the insight for people who care. If you don't care, that's cool. I'll more than likely put a, what is it called? Like the time, what is it called? You know what I mean? Like I'll put the time thing on the bottom of the video so that way you could just skip to the tarot if you want to just see the cards and the message of the day. Okay? But yeah, so today Eastern time, 1:20 p.m. to like 7:21 p.m., the moon will be in a void course. And what that means is the moon will just literally be kind of like sitting with no direction. That's like the simplest terms I could put it in. Sitting with no direction, with like no transits at all, nothing, no external energies affecting the moon's cycle in between that time. So void moons call for us to really just rest, reflect, rejuvenate, release, things like that. You don't really want to do too much. You don't want to really make huge decisions around the void moon courses. And they last for like a period of time within the day usually. It's not usually like the whole day, but you never know. But for today on 420, you don't really want to do much between those times, Eastern time, like I said. If you are on a different time frame, you can go ahead and, do your math. I'm sorry, I didn't do it for you this time. But yeah, just flow with the energy. Just vibe out. If you have important decisions to make today, definitely, I would say, kind of just go with the flow. Like, just flow. Don't really do too much. Okay. Then we have Venus in Pisces having a sextile to Uranus in Taurus. And this brings about creativity vibes, money vibes, beautifying things or yourself, or things surrounding love. And with these themes, something from these themes, whether one of these themes, two of these themes, all of the above, what have you, you may see sudden magical breakthrough vibes, okay? Also, you may have romantic downloads today. Definitely being that there's Piscean energy playing a part here, and Uranus too. And then also, you may just randomly like want to get back into art for some of you that do art. Or maybe you could want to start a creative endeavor. Could also meet someone unexpectedly today as well. And then around 5:39 p.m. Eastern timing, there may be a powerful clarity type of vibe, being that we will have Mercury in Aries having a sextile to Pluto in Aquarius. So that's definitely heavily like powerful thoughts or powerful thought processes. Definitely powerful clarity for sure. Deep thoughts as well, psychic downloads, strategic thoughts, or even strategic like convos, like somebody being strategic during convo. And then this timing, like 5:39 p.m. Eastern, could also be a great time for you to do some shadow work or to look into some shadow work or to just confront some truths and realizations, okay? And then around 7:21 p.m., like I said, the moon will then go into Aquarius. Even if you're on Eastern timing, that may be a little bit different for everybody, being that, the sun doesn't rise at the same exact time in every state on the East Coast. So there's that. But yeah, around that time, like I said, the moon will go into Aquarius, and we will also be, well, today all day actually, there's a last quarter moon phase. I am so sorry if y'all can hear that dog. I am so sorry. He be barking at everybody that pass by here. That's just what he do. Okay? He the neighborhood dog. But yeah, so we're having a last quarter moon today, period. So whether it's a Capricorn moon, Aquarius moon, and what that means is last quarter moons honestly just call for us to review what needs to be released before we enter into our next chapter, because we actually have a new moon in Taurus on the 27th. So today is the 20th on a Sunday, and then exactly a week after, next Sunday on the 27th, we will have a moon in Taurus, a new moon in Taurus. Sorry if you couldn't hear me. I turned my head to look at my calendar right here. Oh, you can't see. Okay, whatever. My calendar is right here. I have my notes, and yeah. So yeah, there could be some endings mixed with the knowledge that you could have learned prior to this week. And the knowledge I'm referring to is the knowledge you may have gained on the full moon in Libra. And that would have been 2 weeks ago. Yeah, roughly 2 weeks ago. Really like a week and a half back, like a week and a day back, to be honest, from today. But like, if you watch this sometime this week, I guess we can just say a week and a half to like 2 weeks back, there was a full moon in Libra on the 12th of April. Okay, so yeah, whatever was happening to you around that weekend of, like, I would say April 10th to April 14th, that wasn't the weekend, but that's like leading up to the weekend. That's like days leading up to the weekend up until the Monday. Okay, so yeah, definitely giving, sorry, my arm's hurting. Definitely giving detachment vibes for some of you. Maybe detaching from people, places, and things. Actually, this may be for most of us, being that, like I said, it's a collective reading. So yeah, I feel the vibes already, to be honest with you. And it's only let me see, what time is it right now? Actually, 5:53 as I'm recording right now. I've been recording for 14 minutes. So yeah. You may feel some innovative vibes come over you, because the energy is literally going to shift. Once we get into that Aquarius moon around 7:21 p.m. Eastern time, the energy is going to shift from earthly duties to mental freedom taking the stage, okay? Because that is Aquarius vibes. Aquarius is all about freedom, all about mental, being that, it is an air sign. So yeah, you may feel like going against the grain, just doing something different, and, just shaking shit up, honestly, just shaking shit up. So now let me get into my notes I have on my phone here. Let's see. Okay, so you may feel some dreamy or inspired type of vibes, and they may support your intuition. So, like the psychic downloads that you got through the day, they could be supported throughout the day with some type of inspiration or something of the sort. You may have a new vision about something. You will definitely have this clarity, this powerful clarity that I said that will come over you midday. And it's 5:55 on the clock as I'm saying that. So that is change, okay? 5:55. Whenever you see 5:55, just know it's change. So whatever you're talking about or thinking about at the time, just know, yeah, it will be change, excuse me. There will be change surrounding that topic. So, yes, thank you, Spirit, for the confirmation. Let's see what else I have here. Okay, you may be also super tuned in to your future self. Definitely super tuned in emotionally or intuitively, rather. Either or. It's the same thing, to be honest. Similar, I should say. But yeah, you may feel definitely like super drawn to visualizing your future self or receiving downloads of your future self as well. Okay. And then let's see. Be careful of too much ego friction. Okay. Be careful because the sun in Taurus. Yep. The sun in Taurus is going to square the Mars in Leo transit that we have, okay, today. And this could be tonight. So this could be like I said, different time zones for different folks. So it may be 3 p.m. to about 10 p.m., a little bit after, pretty much. Be careful of ego clashes, okay? Ego clashing. There may be some tension between groundedness and slow pleasures versus bold and fiery actions, okay? So beware of that. And just watch for clashes around like money, control, passion, like things like that. Power plays, like, stuff like that, okay? And then lastly, for today, we have the moon in Aquarius having an opposition to Mars in Leo, which can bring about the emotional attachment vibe that I was saying earlier. But then it could also be like you want to detach, but then you also want to have a passionate outburst. So you want to detach, but crash out at the same time. Okay, so just relax. Just, okay, be mindful of your emotions and emotional projections as well. Pushing your emotions onto someone, your thoughts, your feelings onto someone, yeah. Or just being stubborn in general. Okay? So this is a very good time to witness and not react so much, okay? Especially coming out of the void course moon, like 2 hours after or something like that. Okay? So yeah. And then we also have some conflicting desires between old goals and new needs. Okay? So beware for that. Watch out for that. Definitely a time for balance and just getting clear on what we will be doing moving forward. Let's see what else I have here. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Oh my God. What? Okay. Never mind. There was something I had incorrectly wrote in here. Let's see. Okay, so, do I want to get into this? Okay, I'm just going to leave it there. What I'm going to do, I have notes on tomorrow's transits, so maybe I can give, actually, yeah, I could give a little bit. I get a little bit. Okay, so the next day, tomorrow, there will be some emotional transformations, within the whole collective, and intense energy. Okay, there will be some hidden truths that may emerge. Okay, so there's that. Be on the lookout. Unconscious patterns may rise up as well from beneath the surface. And let's see. Okay, tomorrow. So when I refer to tomorrow, let me just put the date on it because, like I just said, you may see this at whatever time or date or whatever. Tomorrow for me is April 21st. Okay, so yeah, April 21st, there may be some big karmic fated shifts. Now, what do I mean by karmic? Karmic vibes is pretty much just events that happen personally for your individual growth. Okay, so they're individual situations that happen for your personal growth. Okay, so there may be some big fated karmic shifts. Okay, there may be some spiritual responsibilities that may come up that you would have to fulfill in order to meet destined fulfillment. Okay, let's see what else I have here. There could be major timeline changes as well, and this is just for the collective. Okay, so a lot of shifts, a lot of changes on April 21st, because there could also be vibes of collective karma. Okay, definitely all about clearing illusions and choosing higher paths so that way you're on the correct timeline. Okay, so yeah, that's actually all for April 21st. There's not really that much notes for April 21st because there's not really that much transits. Okay, so we've done all of the transits for astrology. So now let's get into the tarot. I will put the time stamps below, and let's get into it. Oh. Okay. Thank you, Spirit, so much for all the messages that you show and gift us with divinely. Thank you so much to my ancestors, my guides, for helping to support along the way. Today, I'm just asking for a beautiful message for the collective, for learning purposes, for growth purposes, nourishing purposes. Show me clearly right now, Spirit, whatever you deem worthy for the collective. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you. Okay, Spirit, show me clearly. What does the collective need to know at this time? Actually, let's take these two first. Let's just start with these two. Boom. Okay, let me get the Clarification for the Hierophant, please. Thank you so much. Okay, clarifications for the Magician, please. Somebody told me that they hate when I do that, when I'm shuffling my cards. Actually, a couple people told me that. They be like, damn, like, what are you seeing? I'm like, just chill. I got you. Just chill, babe. Just chill, babe. I got you. Okay. So I got the Hierophant and the Magician. It's giving what I said. Going against the freaking grain. Going against traditions. Having a lack of faith in some form of institution or religion or just some type of lacking faith in social approvals. This could also be, for some of y'all, this could also be lacking faith in the inner wisdom that you have. Okay. Let's see, because Spirit, what does the collective need to do at this time? What advice does the collective need? Like, what should they be doing right now at this time about this situation? One at a time, please. Yeah, you're lacking faith. You're lacking faith, babe. You're comparing yourself to other people. And you're probably not even getting along with people right now at this time anyways. Let me move my crystals out the way so I can make space for the cards. You're lacking trust and wisdom in your inner power. Spirit wants you to rest and rejuvenate and come back to it. Because honestly, let's see, let me put my pen over here. Move my light a little bit. Okay, cool. So yeah, you planted some seeds. This was underneath the deck. You planted some seeds for happiness, positivity, you know, like a really great outcome. You're planting some seeds. You've planted seeds, or you are planting some seeds. And it's for the sake of a better outcome, obviously. Maybe specifically a better financial outcome I'm feeling. Yeah, this is financial. This is definitely financial. And you're lacking some direction right now because you lack trust. Okay, the Hierophant speaks about trust. It speaks about inner wisdom, higher wisdom. Okay, so it's giving you're going through tough times right now. You're feeling defeated. Okay, you're feeling defeated. You're feeling, this is very significant. The 5 of Wands, and then you have the 5 of Swords. Yeah, this is giving like conflict with different people and you wanting to just like get out of this shit, manifest your way out of this shit. Like, Spirit, please, like, and Spirit's like, yo, like, you have the ability to manifest yourself out of this situation. You're just doubting yourself right now. Okay, you're coming from a desperate place, and that's not what's gonna help you, babe. If you're coming from a desperate place, like, you're literally, oh wow, I didn't even write down the timestamp. Okay. I think I'm going to do 20. Okay. Sorry. Because I want to get the timestamps right for y'all. Okay. So, yeah, you're lacking this sort of oomph that you would need in order to manifest your way out of this. So, Spirit's like, yo, you need to rest and recoup and get out of this energy. Okay. Of crying and being like, oh my God, why me at night? So that way you can gain a renewal. Sorry. Oh my gosh, this Mercury. Lord help me. Yeah. So I feel like, even though it says that you have difficult decisions to make, I feel like you think you have difficult decisions to make, to be honest. When really, all you have to do is just get emotionally balanced. Okay? Let's clarify the King of Cups to see how you can gain this emotional balance. What's the King of Cups? Stop thinking of wealth, stop thinking that it's so hard to acquire wealth. Okay? Stop being so defensive. Stop creating challenges that aren't even there. Okay? Let's see. What's the Two of Swords? You got a lot of reversal cards too. Okay. Let me organize the cards here for you. Boom. Things may have not gone the way how you liked it in the past. So now you're kind of like defensive, you're on edge because you want everything to go perfectly. First of all, that's not how shit works. But secondly, you gotta get out of this lack of confidence, babe. Like, what is going on? Like, you're that guy, you're that girl. Like, you're the magician. Spirit is literally showing me that you are the magician. Okay? Like, the magician has all the tools, okay? Okay? He has the wand, he has the cup, he has the pentacle, he has the sword right here. He has all the elements. That's all the elements. The wand is the fire, the sword is the air, the cup is the water, and the pentacle or the coin, whatever you want to call it, is earth energy. You have all the elements that you need. But you're sitting here like, oh my God. Oh my God. I can't even believe this is my life right now. Oh my God. You're lacking self-trust. Trust yourself, babe. I know you may feel insecure about certain things, or maybe certain people that you ran into through life may have made you feel like just insecure about things that you shouldn't. Or maybe you're comparing yourself and looking at other people's situations and looking at how they're gaining their breakthroughs. And you're like, well, why can't I gain a breakthrough like that, babe? Because it's not your story. That's not your story. And we can't keep comparing our beautiful stories to other people's beautiful stories and experiences. That's their experiences. And your experience will be just as beautiful because guess what? It'll be made specifically for you. How beautiful is that? How beautiful is that? It's made especially and specifically for you. Now, would you want someone else's outcome? And would you want to climb up the ladder the way how someone else had to? Because it may not fit you. And you never know how people really got to the top of where they're at. And I know that honestly, like as much as a lot of people in the spiritual community want to, and I don't even like to, honestly, these days, I don't even like to say that I'm a part of the spiritual community because there just be a lot of weird shit going on. And a lot of like high and mighty vibes going on that I don't like. But everybody is going through a human experience right now. We are all here on planet Earth. We are all going through a human experience right now. Okay? And sometimes some of us, do, and I feel like really everybody has experienced this before, to be honest, but Could be wrong. However, I do feel like everyone has looked at someone else's experience and been like, damn, like that's so dope. Like, you don't even have to be envious or jealous, but some of you may be. I don't know. However, whether you're envious, jealous, or not, if you end up here, you're probably not, but who knows? No shame, I'm not shaming anyone because everybody has their own journeys to walk. However, you may look at someone else's journey and be like, damn, I'm so happy for them, or I'm so proud of them, or that's so great to see how God, the universe, spirit, what have you, our creator really works and how beautiful things can really be for someone. But then it might make you look at your own experience and be like, damn, like, I would love that experience too. I would love that type of outcome too. And we even look at it on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and, all the TikTok, stuff like that. We look at people and we're like, we're seeing their lives and, influencers all over the place and all this, all that. But for real, like we gotta understand that our journey is catered and tailored. Every single detail, everything that happens at every single moment in time that it happens at in our lives is specifically catered to us. That is such a beautiful thing. That is such a beautiful thing. And we really need to remind ourselves of that. The way how I remind myself of that is like, I just be like, you know what? Everything happens for a reason. Even me being on the fucking toilet right now. At this specific time, that shit had to happen for a reason. Do I know the exact reason? No. But you know what? I'm trusting spirit. I'm trusting God. I'm trusting the universe. And, whatever may unfold next is what is going to unfold next. And we might not look at being on the toilet like that freaking serious because, sometimes it's not. But really and truly, overall, for our story, it is. It is. It's a special moment. Like, that's crazy. I know. But it's a special, everything that we do is a special moment. And you know what's crazy? What I was also talking about with a friend the other day, like when Snapchat, when Snapchat or like Google Photos or something like that, or even iCloud be letting you know what you was doing last year or 2 years ago or whatever the case may be. Whenever they update you and be like, oh, memories from whatever time frame, you're like, damn, like I was a different person. Like, and even though you were probably struggling in that time frame, we will still catch our asses being like, damn, but I missed those times though. Like it was bad. Like I was down bad or shit was crazy. But you know what? I had some good moments in between there. Like I kind of missed those days or, you don't obviously miss the struggle. And sometimes you do. I'm being honest. Sometimes you do. It's not that you really want to struggle in life, but it's like sometimes you miss those days because now in hindsight, like yourself now, your present day self now knows that shit got better. It's like you made it out, bro. Like that shit is such a strange concept to get. I don't even know what the hell that is called or what that is or anything like that. But all I know is that all that says is us as humans, we're having a human experience. Us as beings, we really need to collectively get into just really giving thanks for the present moment. And I know, cliche, everybody says that. But honestly, think about it. Like that situation, that scenario that I just told you about like Google or Snapchat or iCloud telling you, remember this, remember that, and you looking back at that shit like, yo, I was really vibing, like I didn't even know, or like, damn, like those were some like good times, like there was some treacherous times in between shit, but like it was dope, like, and to know that I got here now today is like, damn, like wow, you know what I mean? I don't know, So just think of it like, just be grateful, be happy for the present moment. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say you're going to be happy 25/8 because that's not what this spiritual journey is about. It's not about love and light and just like unicorns and rainbows all day long. No. No, ma'am, no, sir. No. You know what I mean? It's going to be some crying moments. There's going to be some laughing moments. There's going to be some sad, happy, mad, glad moments, okay? But understanding the ebb and flow of life is such a beautiful thing. It's such a beautiful thing. And I'm telling you, you are so powerful. Yeah, you're powerful. You got on this video, you're powerful. You are a powerful being if this video came across to you, especially if you're watching this video, because I am just starting off my YouTube, okay? So if you're seeing my video, you're a very powerful being. I know it's going to reach the people that it needs to. And this is for you, babe. Like, if you've been feeling insecure, if you've been looking at other people's progressions and feeling defeated about yours or where your story is at right now, maybe you're looking at other friends or family or even just regular, like, people on Instagram, Facebook, what have you, social media. You're looking outside of you and you think that's where the magic is. The whole time the magic is in you, okay? It's in there. It's in your heart. It's in your soul. That's where the magic is. Okay? So, I'm going to need you to wake up. Okay? Thank you. It's your world. We're living in it. Thanks. Like, let's be clear. Everybody's perspective of life is a depiction of it being your world. So it's my world, your world, his world, her world, their world, what have you. Okay? So it's your world. What do you want to do? Do you want to sit around, mope around, be sad for the rest of your life and be a woe is me person and not get what you want out of life? Or do you want this new fulfilling beginning, especially, or like a new endeavor with your finances? Just because you failed or you may have failed a couple times within your financial sector of your life, that does not mean that everything is going to always be shit for you. Okay? And a failure is not even a real failure, babe. Let me just let you know right now. Us as humans, we're like, oh my God, I just took a L. Oh my God, I just failed. Like I said, it's okay to feel like shit sometimes. That is the ebb and flow of life. You're going to feel up, you're going to feel down. That is just the way how this experience is meant to be, because there is light and there is dark. Okay? There is angels, there are demons. Okay? Like, there is black, there is white. Like, there's always going to be a yin and yang to life. That's just how it is. Okay? That's how our creator set it up. And it's a beautiful thing. We should be embracing this. This is a beautiful thing. Okay? So, I don't want you to feel like, oh my God, my financial life has always looked bad. I've always lacked resources. I never had much. I always had challenges with making the type of money that I want to make and stuff like that. Yeah, stop telling yourself that story. That story's done. Okay? That story, leave that on a different timeline, babe. That's not coming where you're going. Where God is taking you, that's not coming where you're going. Okay? Leave the betrayal behind. But this person did me wrong, and that person did this to me, and this and that, and all this, all that. Leave all that behind. I never had much, and just bad things be happening to me all the time. Like, it's just my luck. And I'm guilty of even saying it's just my luck, where some shit like this would happen. This is something that I am actively doing in my life where I'm changing my verbiage. And I've done pretty well. Let me pat myself on the back, okay? And you're going to do well too. And I want you to pat yourself on the back because you're going to have some breakthroughs and some really good realizations, especially with these transits. Use them to your advantage, okay? Uplift yourself like none other. If you get a beautiful idea, write that shit down. You might not act on it right now in this very moment, but write that shit down. And then go back to it and go ahead and start, working on that. Come with a different energy though. Okay, you can't, see, I just had a confirmation burp. You can't come to the table with the same type of attitude. Oh my God, I just know this is going to end bad for me because that's just my luck. I just know like I'm not even going to get nothing out of this because that's just my luck. Stop thinking that. If you continue to think that, that is going to continue to be your reality. If you switch your mind, sometimes you gotta fake it till you make it, okay? Not about to just get up tomorrow and just be like, oh my God, like everything's gonna happen for me, and like, yeah. Maybe you do, and if you do, shit, kudos to you. I love that for you. But a lot of us, that's not how it works, and that's okay. That's called reprogramming your brain. You're reprogramming your brain. Okay, we went to school. Some of us, it was our family members. Some of us, it was the group of friends that we used to keep, or maybe the group of friends that we're releasing now that had those type of lower leveled, like low vibe type of energies where it's like, that type of stuff doesn't happen for people that come from where we come from, or that type of stuff doesn't happen around here, or how are you going to do that? That is like so out of your league, or that's like so not even tangible, or that's not easy. That's going to be hard to do. Nothing is hard if you don't make it hard. Spirit is showing me that you're making it hard. Okay, you're making it challenging. You're making it difficult. You're trying to keep up with other people in your age group, maybe. You're trying to keep up with other people that you see on social media because you see that they're doing their thing. They have their own business. They're flourishing. They're, or it seems to be that they're flourishing. They're clubbing. They're, in Aruba. They doing whatever. That's cool for them. I'm happy. I love to see people happy. I'm not a hater. Although, like I just told you, you never know how these people got what they got. And you don't know if you're going to want to do those same things to get whatever the hell they got. Which is why Spirit has you on a very intentional, precise journey. But now you have to do some form of work so that way Spirit can step in. So what do you have to do? Change your perspective on feeling like you're going to get betrayed or you're going to get fucked over again. And that you won't be victorious in a new endeavor, because the 6 of Wands upright means victory. You went through the war, you went through the fight, you went through all the challenges, and you came back victorious. You won. Okay, the reef over his wand, he got the win. He got the W. Okay, but if this is reverse, what do you think this means? Yeah. You feel like you're going to be backstabbed, betrayed again. Somebody's going to steal from you. You're not going to fully get everything that you need, all the tools that you're going to need, all the resources and stuff that you would need to reap from whatever decision you make, whatever thing you decide to do. You feel like you may not be able to do this. And let me tell you, Spirit is showing you right now that you are able. You are more than able to do this. Let me clarify the Ace of Pentacles and then we're going to wrap up, okay? Because I think you get the point. Yeah, see? You can't see the long-term vision in your journey right now. And that sucks. Because Spirit is really... okay. Before we wrap up, how would the collective's journey look if they were to switch their mindset? Let me go get this. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay. How would the collective's journey look if they were to switch their mindsets to acknowledging that they are the magician? How would the collective's journey look? You would be able to move forward happily, passionately, inspired. What's the Knight of Wands? You just need to work diligently. You know what I'm saying? Put in that work, put in that time, put in that effort to your goals. You're not seeing the vision. The Seven of Pentacles speaks about long-term vision. It speaks about, you know, again, as I told you earlier, plants that, or seeds that you plant for the future. Okay? You're not seeing the vision. You're not even putting in the work to plant the seeds because you're in your head. Losing sleep at night because you feel hopeless. You feel stressed. You don't want to rest and meditate. Rest and be in a meditative state. And rest your thoughts. The swords over his head is resting your thoughts. You don't want to do that. Because you're too busy doing this. Stressing. You too busy crying and being like, woe is me. Oh my God, everything happens to me. Nothing good ever happens to me. You too busy doing that. The Tower. Just let it unfold, babe. Just let it fold. Let it unfold. And sudden changes will appear. You will gain mad fulfillment off of just shifting your mindset. Okay? Shifting your mindset. Doing something repetitively enough for you to end up being able to reap something off of this. Okay? So, yes. You will receive your rewards as long as you stop limiting yourself and limiting the amount of success that you are able to gain. You'll be able to move forward. This is the Six of Swords. This is him moving forward. This is a transition. Confirmation verb again. This is a transition. This is change, leaving things behind and moving forward. Okay? Dropping baggage, releasing baggage, and moving forward. As long as you just stay resilient and stay inspired. Keep that fiery vibe that you have about you. And I'm telling you right now, Spirit knows that you're weary and that you're tired and you're over it. But please, please, just know that you're powerful, you're worthy, you're beautiful, and you could do this shit. You got this shit. There's no man on earth that is more special than the other, to the point where they're just gonna gain and you're not. And if you're not gaining, it's because there's something that you need to look into within yourself. There's something that you need to look into within yourself that you're not seeing, that you need to change. And for you, right now, Spirit is telling me that you need to change your mindset, shift your mindset, okay? So that's it for now. Today was a bit of a long ass video. Not a bit. It was a lot to take in. It's a lot to take in. So if you made it this far, I'm super grateful. I'm super thankful. And if you would like to book a reading with me, whether it may be astrological, because I can read birth charts as well, and go into past lives and, you know, karmic debts and shadow work and love, all these things. if you would like to book a reading, I don't have my astrology descriptions down below, but I have my tarot descriptions down below. But if you have an astrological question, or like if you would like an astrological read, you can definitely email me. My email is down below. Okay. And yes, I'm sending you love. I'm sending you hugs. And bye for now, boo.